Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zawadi Arianti, and today I want to read about North American Indians. The first people to live in North America were the American Indians, or Native Americans. According to the religious and folk stories of many Indian groups, their earliest ancestors arrived in North America from the inside of the earth. Modern scientists, however, believe that the first Native American came from Asia 50,000 to 80,000 years ago across the Bering Strait from the Siberia to Alaska. They were nomads, that is, they did not live in one place, but instead were always on the move as they looked for food. In other words, the first American Indians were hunters who followed the animals, their food source. During times of migration from place to place, together, the nomadic people and animals slowly migrated toward the south. B. These early inhabitants spread out all over the North American continent, now Canada, the United States, and Mexico. There was a great variety of language, religious beliefs, and customs among the many tribes or groups of Indians. By the time the first Europeans arrived, the Indians were living in several different cultural areas. The members of various tribes in each center of culture had frequent contact with one another and shared similar characteristics, but they didn't have much in common with tribes in other cultural areas. For example, the Pima and Papago tribes of the southwestern desert had similar customs and habits, but their lifestyle was completely different from that of the Sioux, who lived on the plains, the Apacus in southwest, and the Kwakiutl and Tingit on the northwest coast, or the Natchez and Tonkawas on the Gulf Coast and in Florida. See, the lifestyle of the people who live into each other culture or area reflected the geography of the area. The inhabitants of the northwest coast, now British Columbia, Canada, lived by hunting and fishing, but they didn't lead a nomadic life. They didn't need to follow animals from place to place because they could take advantage of the research where they were living. They lived in farming communities and raised crops of corn, beans, squash, and tobacco. The members of this tribe life differently from those in the northwest because there were so few trees on the flat land. Their houses were of the earth instead of wood. C. E. When Europeans arrived on the North American continent several hundred years ago, the Native Americans' old way of life began to change. The differences between Europeans and Indian values soon led to difficulties. As the whites moved west, they looked over more and more of the land of themselves. Native Americans lost not only their land but also their lives to widespread wars and to sickness that were non-existent in North America before the European came. But they had lost something even more important: their sense of identity. When the Plains Indians, for instance, lost their hunting grounds and when the buffalo became almost extinct, the most important characteristic of their society. Today, today, although some Native Americans live in urban areas, many live on reservations land that the government set aside from them. Some tribes have held on the language and ancient custom of their ancestors, while others, in general, have forgotten the old way. Although Some people are relatively wealthy, most are very poor and have had to receive help from the government. In recent years, many tribes have begun to regain their sense of identity and their cultural heritage. They are having wars once again, this time in court, where they have succeeded in several legal battles. They are fighting to win back their land and their fishing and hunting rights, the basis of their ancestor way of life. Thank you.